Mindfulness First was founded in October of 2013. 3 years before we opened Mindfulness First, I had experienced a stress-induced breakdown. So I suffered from painful stress-induced diseases, and instead of taking medication to heal myself, I actually learned life skills through mindfulness, and I was able to fully recover from my diseases and also transform my life. And in the process, I started to realize that what I was learning was the missing piece in my own education, and as a parent, I could see it was the missing piece in my children's education too.
Prefrontal cortex to make a good decision. Let's get into our mindful bodies.
So the mindfulness that we are teaching at Mindfulness First is a very modern day mindfulness, and you probably more associated with mental health wellness, mental health prevention techniques, and we teach very simple exercises. I know that throughout history there have been various forms of mindfulness, and there may be different definitions of mindfulness, but here at Mindfulness First it's a very clinically created mental health wellness, mental health prevention technique. We were invited to work with Crockett by the superintendent and the principal of Crockett Elementary School, and we were very excited to work with this particular community because it's America's 5th most economically segregated school district, and there is a large population of Somali refugees and homeless children, and we felt that we really wanted to bring our services to a community like this that would be in need, and we could create a significant impact for them. Mindfulness in schools is studied by most major universities in the USA, and studies conclude that it helps to prevent all of the pervasive problems in schools today, such as bullying, isolation, all while increasing the good stuff like grades and attention and compassion. And what we teach at Mindfulness First is not to be confused with meditation or any religious practices. What we teach is very much focused on, it's very secular, and it's very focused on mental health wellness and mental health prevention.
So part of our nervous system is fired up when we experience stress, and when that part of our nervous system comes online, it's when we experience the tightness of muscles, maybe the stomach is hurting, and that prolonged experience with stress is what can cause problems. So what mindfulness does is it helps us, one, recognize when there's stress present in our body through physical sensations, tightness, aches, pains, and once we have that realization that stress is present, then we can implement mindful breathing and other techniques that mindfulness helps us develop to implement the part of our nervous system that helps us just calm down and relax and restore our energy so we can move forward. So when we learn that technique, then we become more aware of when we are experiencing stress, and then we have the tools available to us to do something about that stress. And those are the tools that we're teaching with mindful breathing, mindful listening, mindful movement, a lot of the activities we do with the students.
Breathe out, arms down. I know you probably feel a little bit of tension in your shoulders from holding your arms up. Just notice that. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay. Whatever is there is fine. Okay, let's breathe in, arms up. Breathe out the opposite direction for bamboo. Good. Nice gentle stretch, looking straight ahead, feet planted on the earth, and noticing 2 breaths.
Yeah, so I'm teaching 4th grade this semester at Crockett, and there has been a noticeable transformation with the classes when they come in for the mindfulness lessons. What I'm noticing when I ask students when they use mindfulness, they're using it at home as well, which when they're experiencing those big, overwhelming emotions, getting in a fight with a sibling, with another family member, that's when they're able to recognize that emotion and remove themselves from that situation so that they can calm down their nervous system with mindfulness and mindful breathing. And so as we go along throughout the year of teaching mindfulness to the students, you hear more and more examples of how instead of beating up their brother, they walked away and did mindful breathing. So that is one of the benefits of mindfulness, is that we all encounter events in our life that can trigger us. And as we teach the kids, fire up our amygdala, that prehistoric part of your brain that's fight, flight, or freeze. And when that happens, recognizing that anger, the fact that you're triggered, and then practicing mindful breathing is what, the goal is.
Do you notice how your heart feels? And as you're experiencing the sensations or thoughts regarding what's in here, what's the emotion? What's the emotion that you might be experiencing right now? Yeah. Excited. Excited? Happy? You're happy? Hungry? Yeah, that's great that you noticed that. Yeah.
So in the morning, we do as a class, I give them a mindfulness skill. So yes, there's been, improvement. Again, trying to practice, and every day practice makes perfect. So yes, as an educator, I have seen, the growth in the students emotionally.
The amygdala is afraid. What is its favorite thing to do to help it calm down? Is it mindful breathing, or is it something else? That's right. The amygdala loves mindful breathing.
Luckily with my class, so if they were here since kindergarten or first grade, this would be their third year also. So yes, I have seen a difference, and they ask me, they'll ask me, can we take a mindful moment? And they love the interactive video.
Mindfulness is something that could keep you calm when you're upset, or keep you from doing feeling weird and odd inside, and it could also help you from getting all your troubles away. Yes, I actually have. My brother, he has anger issues, so I help him with it, because usually I didn't really know what mindful was, and I was trying to help my brother somehow. But then after that, I started teaching him how to breathe in and out before doing anything. I just have to say that mindfulness is it really helped my family and me, because our family has been through a whole bunch. So we have a whole bunch of anger issues, and we had emotional times. So yeah, mindfulness has really helped my family and me.
If I feel very good when I do mindful breathing. I notice a change when I breathe in 5 seconds and breathe out in 7 seconds. It changes how I behave. My behavior before mindfulness, because I get so much frustrated, but when I'm in here, it was good. When I'm out, then I feel relaxed. My little niece, she always screams at home, so I take a mindful minute to not do anything. Just breathe in and breathe out.
Mindfulness helps you calm down anytime, if you need to relax or something, you go in your room and if you just calm down your body and close your eyes. When I'm calm, I'm using the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex. When I was like cleaning the dishes, my sister like said something rude to me, and then I got really mad, and then I ran to my room and then closed the door, and then I just sat down and relaxed and closed my eyes. I was breathing for 5 seconds and 7 seconds out. Back straight, your hands in your lap, and then close your eyes, breathe in for 5, and then breathe out for 7. Once you're done with that, you open your eyes and then go outside. Mindfulness helps my heart and my body.
When we teach students how to pay attention, how to focus, how to self-regulate, we are teaching them skills that will last their entire lifetime. This is really building them up for success through the duration of their life cycle, not just through the duration of 12th grade.
A lot of our work is grounded in the work of Dr. Ellen Langer, who is a professor at Harvard University, who has been researching mindful attention since the early 70s. We're really inspired by her work, and so we teach a lot of active noticing of your thoughts, emotions, feelings, physical and mental impulses, and this is how we teach children to get to know themselves so that they can regulate themselves. And it's really we feel passionately that that is the missing piece in education, because we teach academics at school, but we don't necessarily address the whole child. And not by the whole child, I mean their inner world. I have heard lots of lovely stories from the principals, mainly. He told me about a first grade girl whose mother sadly went to jail, and she had to go and live with her grandmother. It was a really traumatic time for her, and she gratefully reported to Principal Hannafin that she had been using mindfulness to get through that very difficult time. And that's just one of many stories I've heard about how when children come to the principal's office, perhaps to talk about some behavioral issues, they've requested to do mindfulness before they've discussed the issue at hand. And you can feel on campus here, it's a very tangible culture shift that we will be able to report using more statistics in our research that will be published this summer.